In 2018, New York City's Times Square was its usual storm of lights and restless crowds. Among them was William, a young man working at a small bakery on 9th Avenue. He spent most of his days carrying boxes of pastries to cafes, hotels, and private customers. His life was simple, uneventful, until one late evening delivery changed everything. That night, William received an order for a location near 8th Avenue, close to Times Square. Carrying a large cake box, he followed the GPS until it directed him to a dimly lit side street. Just as he was about to call the customer, his phone buzzed first. "Hello, William? Yes, there's been a small change. Go a little further down the road, you'll see a large white villa. That's where we need the order delivered." William frowned. He'd walked this street before. He couldn't remember ever seeing a villa here, especially not one big enough to stand out in the chaos of Manhattan. Still, he followed instructions. After walking several more minutes, he saw it. A massive iron gate loomed before him, tall and heavy like the entrance to an ancient cemetery. Behind it, in the distance, nearly 900 meters away, stood a giant white villa, its pale walls glowing faintly under the streetlights. Before William could react, the gate creaked open by itself. The sound was sharp, metallic, echoing unnaturally through the quiet street. He froze. Nobody was there. The remote control explanation flickered through his mind, but the gate was far too old, too heavy, too monstrous for something so modern. Clutching the cake box, he stepped forward hesitantly. The gate closed behind him with a deep, booming clang. The sudden silence pressed against his ears. The path stretched long and crooked, lined with leafless trees that whispered in the wind. As he walked, he felt the world behind him. Times Square, the noise, the neon lights, fade away. It was as if he had stepped into another dimension. When he finally reached the villa, its enormous front door stood wide open, waiting. Inside, the air smelled faintly of damp earth, old wood, and something metallic, like rust or blood. "Hello?" he called. His voice cracked, echoing through the hollow space. No one answered. He placed the cake box on a dusty table inside the entrance hall. The wallpaper was peeling, and the chandeliers overhead flickered dimly. The silence was unbearable. He turned to leave. But the door had shut. He pulled at the handle. It didn't budge. Then from the top of the grand staircase, a sound drifted down. Footsteps, slow, heavy, dragging. "William!" A voice whispered, impossibly deep, vibrating through the walls. The young man dropped the cake box. His breath turned shallow. He wasn't supposed to know anyone here. No one should have known his name. As he backed away toward the door, the voice came again, closer this time. "William, welcome home." The shadows at the top of the staircase shifted. Something enormous, with a body too tall, too thin, too twisted to be human, began to descend. Its long arms stretched unnaturally, dragging along the banister as it moved. William screamed, but no one outside Times Square heard him.